Hi guys, GBR here, back with another video. Yet again recording this for the third time straight, probably fourth. I can't count anymore because I forgot to turn my mic on. But it's whatever. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, today we're covering the Roblox Classic event, which was good and bad. It was meh. It's meh. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. There were some questionable games and some much better games. So let's get into like the worst games first, because I feel like the worst has to be said first. So we will start with the bad games, okay? If I'm gonna be honest with you, there were a lot of these that I had to pick for, so that this video wouldn't go on for 3 days straight. So yeah. Sorry for the dogs in the back. But how do I put this? These bad games, they're bad for a reason. They're not the way they were designed. It's due to the gameplay. So I'll get onto the first one already. Driving Empire. Like I told you, it's not because of the game. They had probably one of the best designed events. They probably put their time into it. But there's just one thing that they didn't account for, which was how painful it was to grind this. There was a really cool thing, like I said before, a lot of times. It was a really, really, really good themed game. It's just the execution of it was horrible. Like, the first part of the event, I loved it. I will play the first part of the event probably 2 times, 3 times over, and then I'll get bored of it. But Driving Empire made you do it 50 different times. I'm not joking. 50 different times. The quest was like you had to get like 500 tokens. You might look at someone crazy when they say 500 tokens. Well, how many times do I have to do the quest? 500. I'm joking. You have to do it 50 times. But it felt like 500. You're going to get bored so quickly because you have absolutely nothing to do but just race Builderman or do deliveries that give you 4 times less than if you were to race Builderman. So in total, this quest would probably take you around 2 hours, which is something that was very common amongst games like this. They take an insanely long amount of time. So yeah, let's get into the next game that was pretty bad as well. Adopt Me. It's not. Well, this game, and actually this time it was horrible. Compared to the Hunt, this was probably one of the worst ones we've had so far from Adopt Me, because from the Hunt we went from a really good event to a event that looked like Adopt Me put it up in 2 seconds, because they didn't even bother to change anything retro besides one tower, and that was it. There was only one tower that was different in the entire event for Adopt Me, and a pet. That's literally it. So yeah, it was kind of not classic, and I don't know how a Roblox developer put that as a classic, but yeah, it is what it is. It's probably just Roblox said, yeah, finish this up, and I don't care if it is or it isn't. So yeah, let's get on to the next bad game. There's so many I keep losing, but I found it in my head. It's Dragon Adventure, whatever the heck that game's called. It was horrible. It was like find 25 different eggs, 5 in different worlds, and then like break open a meteor. I don't know if they changed it like last minute because people kept complaining, but it was really annoying in general, and they definitely should be on like the worst of the list, because they added a pay to win thing where I think it was like 10 Robux for you to pay to be able to see where the eggs were. If for a Roblox event this doesn't say anything to you, I don't know what Roblox you're playing, because you're not playing the right Roblox. And I hope that you soon find the right Roblox, because this game was absolutely miserable. I didn't even finish it because I felt that bad for playing it. I felt like I was giving these people money for no reason, and I have premium, so I'm giving them premium payouts as well. by playing their game. I don't even know if that's still a thing. If it is, please tell me, but I'm pretty sure it is. Whew. We got one last one for the bad ones, which is none other than Restaurant Tycoon 2. If you're surprised to see this on the list, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna ever play a Roblox event with me, because Restaurant Tycoon just took forever. It was serve 120 customers. Not customers, classic customers. So this could take upwards of 3 hours, depending on what level you were at. Specifically for people who didn't do this and they felt too lazy, so they AFK'd it could take you upwards of 6 hours. So it's not depending on your skill level, it's depending on how fast you can cook. And let me tell you, I didn't do this specifically because of how long I saw this was going to take. So then again, I didn't do it. But as we all know now, we have the better games. If you guys didn't play at least one of these, I feel horribly bad for you. So, number one, this was also my number one on the list, was Arsenal. Arsenal did it so well, and I have to say, even with the British accents, with the Arsenal, because it was that good. I loved that event. It was so nice. It was even made really nice. Like, they did a whole other section that was classic. All the enemies were classic. All the weapons were classic. What more could you ask for? There was even a weapon that looked like it was just 2 blocks put together. What more could you ask for? You couldn't ask for more, exactly. So that was Arsenal. It was a bit time consuming, but it was worth your time. It was like the best hour of my life that I've ever used. And then we have our second best game in the list that we're going. And it wasn't the second best for me, but it was pretty good as well. It was, hold on, a Dusty Trip. Although it took quite a while and the ticks were kind of annoying to get, the event I found really funny, with a bunch of like accessories from classic Roblox being in it and stuff like that. It was actually pretty fun overall, and the car was classic. All the buildings were classic. All the enemies were classic as well. They were like the orbs, the flying orbs. I forgot what they're called, but they were also pretty cool. Oof. And yeah, that was kind of it was just a Dusty Trip, but classic. It wasn't too different, but it was different enough. It was different enough that it was fun enough, you know what I'm saying? If I had one thing to say for Dusty Trip, I'd say make it. Actually, no, I don't have anything. I forgot that there was the boss fight at the end. That was probably the best part of the entire event, was the boss fight of a Dusty Trip. It wasn't the best part of the event. I mean, inside of Dusty Trip. I worded that horribly wrong. My bad. And, overall, it was pretty good. So we're going to head on to our third game. I think this is also the final one for the good. And it was Gunfight Arena. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Why do I rate it so high, even though a lot of people kept complaining about it? It was pretty good. I liked the weapons, the way that it wasn't too difficult. It was actually very easy. Like with the bomb, you didn't actually have to kill people with the bomb. You could kill I'm not going to finish that sentence. You could throw it at the ground in front of you. Yeah, and you'd get progression. That's a much better way to state it. But overall as well, it was pretty repetitive, but it was much better and there's a whole 3 maps, I believe, and finding the ticks was actually pretty fun. And it took me 4 matches, I believe, to finish the entire thing, which isn't a lot as well, so it was pretty nice. Now, with the horrible transition that I just used, we are going to the really, 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 and most complained part of this event. complained about part of this event. The boss fight. Everyone wanted, and after the leaks of the boss fight, everyone wanted this boss fight. Until they got it, they didn't want it anymore. Why do I say this? Is because if you see how bad this boss fight was, you will never play it again. It was basically, how do I put this? It was literally a boss fight where the boss just walks. Like, it's easier than a fighting game tutorial, bro. It's like literally a standstill enemy that doesn't do anything but just walk around. Like, overall, it was a really easy boss, and it was hyped up for 4 years as well, which is the sad part, because everyone was waiting for like a crazy comeback of 1x1x1, but instead we get a measly boss fight, which was pretty sad. But it is what it is. And ending off the video on this note is, I'm not telling you not to play Roblox events. Like, if you didn't play the classic, don't take my opinion for it, because my opinion, well, it could suck to you, because you could have loved the event. So don't take my word for it. Get your own opinion, have a backbone, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video if it even comes out. And be sure to be aware of the GBR Cup. That might happen if I don't procrastinate a lot. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I bet I scared you with that one. So let's get goodbye. Bye bye.